Hello everyone, it's Sean Kahegel, and I'm going to be presenting the medical evidence and cloth evidence backing up the legitimacy of the Shroud of Turin. So starting off with the medical evidence, there are bloodstains present around the wrists and feet on the person in the shroud, and this is consistent with the way a person was crucified in ancient Rome. Because when getting crucified, you'd have the nails puncture the wrists and the feet. And because of those nails puncturing the wrists, this would have possibly severed the median nerve, which could explain why the thumbs aren't present in the image, because when you sever the median nerve, you'll get like a claw hand, and the thumb would like retract and hide behind the hands. In the back of both shoulders on this person have like heavy scrapes on it, and this would be because of like some heavy object that was scraping against it, and this could be connected to when Jesus was carrying the large and heavy cross. And yeah, some more medical evidence. The use of UV light shows serum and bilirubin around the bloodstains, which are anatomically correct. Artificially placing this serum and bilirubin would have been impossible to fake without the use of UV light. And UV light's discovery didn't come around until after the shroud was made known to the public. There are 4 main blood types, and each are either positive or negative, yet AB positive happens to be the blood type, also the rarest blood type, that appears when dealing with God's miracles. And there's no exception with the presence of the blood on the Shroud of Turin. The Shroud of Turin has traces of real human blood stained onto it. The blood type of the stains were found to be AB with the use of stirp tapes gathered in 1978. This blood type has multiple appearances in like some Eucharist miracles. For example, they found that a Eucharist was changed into real human flesh, that's supposed to be a part of like the left or right atrium of a human heart, and this Eucharist was also bleeding the AB positive blood. And then also in the Sudarium of Oviedo, which has traces of that AB positive blood that's also present on the Shroud of Turin, which already has other evidence proving its connection with the shroud. And then with carbon-14 dating, they tried using this to date like how old, to also prove like the age of the Shroud of Turin. It's a method used to determine the age of organic materials. It works by measuring the amount of carbon-14 left in the material, and the rate at which carbon-14 decays back into nitrogen helps estimate the age of the object. And so with the carbon-14 dating, in 1988, multiple labs concluded that the shroud was not legit, and that this cloth came from 1260, or between 1260 and 1390. Sue Benford and Joseph Marino were kind of unhappy with these results, and I guess, and found out that the samples were actually contaminated with 15th century cotton. And then Ray Rogers came along. He was a part of the Shroud of Turin research project, STRP for short. I guess he wasn't happy as well. They just want to keep proving each other wrong. But anyway, well, I guess that helps with integrity of scientific results, but whatever. He wished to prove them wrong, I guess. And he was surprised when he ended up actually finding those traces of that 15th century cotton. And since carbon-14 dating wasn't really proving that successful, and this is not directly because of the carbon-14 dating, but eventually later some Italian scientists used X-ray dating on the Shroud of Turin and dated the cloth back to the 1st century. So I mean, that's a big W. That's a big win. Sorry. Is the shroud human made? The weaving pattern on the Shroud of Turin is consistent. Sorry, grammar. With the ancient weaving methods called the herringbone pattern, which was most prominent in the 1st century. So obviously the cloth weaving itself was made by humans, but the thing that isn't made by humans, or is really stumping us is the imagery of the person on the shroud. Um, the cloth shows no signs of brushstrokes or painting or pigment or any like artistry kind of stuff, artistic kind of stuff. But and furthermore, the cloth has not been soaked or scorched by anything either. And this is really like confusing a lot of people. Like how did they get this image accomplished? Well, obviously, like right now, no one's really been able to figure it out. Um, they they couldn't. They're just, people are still trying to reproduce the shroud's chemical and physical attributes, but not really successful right now. The closest that anyone has come to reproducing the physical and chemical properties of the shroud are some scientists at the Italy's National Institute for New Technologies by flashing quick and strong pulses of UV light. So what are the shroud's connections to the Gospels? The Shroud of Turin's existence is shown with its mention from all four Gospel accounts of Jesus' resurrection. This is a little odd because it's rare for all four Gospel accounts to share the same details. And so you can see it right here. Wrapped in a clean linen cloth, brought some linen cloth, wrapped in linen cloth, saw the strips of linen in strips of linen. And also the Suidarium of Oviedo and the Shroud of Turin both show post-mortem blood separated into its red blood and clear serum, which is mentioned in John 19, chapter 19, verse 34. And there's more about that on this link here. And then some more connections. There's a large blood stain around the person's right abdomen, which correlates to the gospel account that Jesus was speared to make sure that he was dead. And here it is, John chapter 19, verse 34 to 37. Pierced Jesus' side with a spear, and flow of blood. And what does the shroud say about God's intentions towards human beings? I say the Shroud of Turin is a reminder of Jesus' suffering, and also reflects, literally and figuratively, because I mean it's like an image, photo negative of Jesus, possibly Jesus, hopefully Jesus, the beauty of his resurrection. The cloth is supposed to represent the sacrifices made and the love God has for us and made for us. That's a lot of evidence, and hopefully, maybe this convinces you the beauty of the Shroud of Turin and its connection, its existence dating back to when Jesus was crucified and was resurrected. But there's also more to know. There's a whole website about this, and it has a lot of information on it. If you want to learn more about it, and hopefully this presentation was convincing. Sorry, I stuttered a lot and had some embarrassing grammar mistakes. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. And I guess I'll see you later. Bye.